Hello everyone, Pomum here with a bit of a weird video. Today we're going to be Marcusmaxxing. As part of my Marcus Emblem series, I have to get one of the units that supposedly has the worst potential in the game, Marcus, to his highest potential possible. I have to get him to level 20, which I'm very close to doing. I have to get him to S rank in all 3 types of weapon he can wield, which I've already done. And obviously, because this is FE6, and having finally reached the chapter 21, I can go into the secret shop that is placed right there, and I can buy stat boosters. Alright. Now, the stat boosters on Marcus are actually going to be a difficult thing to handle because I'm not doing incredibly well in terms of inventory and in terms of money. I checked before because you can't see it on the menu, I'm pretty sure, but I have 30k right now, and I expect the stat boosters to cost almost 100k probably, so I'll need to do a lot of selling. Also, when trading, I can see I have 88 occupied spaces in my inventory, meaning I will only be able to keep a certain amount of spaces open. That's going to be bad. Well, first of all, let's check Marcus, and let's see exactly what we need to get him to the maximum possible. Marcus has 12 strength, meaning he would need 7 energy drops to cap. He has how much? 21 skill, so that's 4 secret books, 19 speed, finally a stat booster that isn't going to grant me just 1 stat. Okay, 3 speed wings and we get to the maximum, that's pretty cool. 19 luck. This one might be a bit of a waste, we'll consider, because getting to 30 luck seems excessive. 14 defense, so 6 Draco shields, and 12 resistance, meaning 7 talismans to get to the maximum. Also, and this last one is very important, he has 10 movement right now. He has used up the boots you get in chapter 14, and that is definitely not 100k, that's a 144k. 144k. Alright, 36 inventory space is a bit lower than I considered, maybe. So I don't think we're going to have a lot of trouble in terms of keeping the inventory space open, or open enough for us to be able to store the items. I can also just take out items that I know are not going to be sold or used in this chapter, and I can give them to some of my bench units. That way you free up inventory space and you save some trouble. Alright, so I need to obtain 114k. My funds rank is about to go to shit, okay. Noted. If I go into trading and then I do item, yeah, this allows me to check everything I have in my inventory. I'm going to start from the bottom, and that way as I go up we can more or less guess how much money I'm going to have by the end of it. With this you can see not only the things in the storage, but also, for example, up there you can see this is in Clarin's inventory, this is in Nime's. So it will allow me to see all the items I have. Starting with the tin stuff, if you see the heal just a bit higher on line 85, you will realize the tin stuff basically does the same, has the same uses, and is a lot more valuable, can be sold for a lot more money. I have so many mens that I should be safe to sell this. The barrier is 1125. Now, here I have to comment something. If an item is very valuable and I do intend to sell it, I can do something which is trading Hammern uses for money. The Hammern is only worth 900 right now, and I think each of those uses being 300 are worth it if I invest on a weapon that gains a lot of value. And and instead don't sell the hammer, obviously. So for example, the barrier right now would give me only half the money, around 500. But if I repair it to the maximum, I'm getting for 300 worth of money in the hammer, 600 or 500 worth of money in the barrier. So I'm going to sell the barrier. I don't think it's that useful. And I'm going to say here, hammer. Can we please have that be on the right side? Thank you. Let's get that hammer. The unlock isn't that useful. The berserk. I think the berserk is very cool. I think it has a lot of cool uses, but I'm going to sell it. As I said, not selling the hammer. The torch. I could get it to go from 50, which is right now what it would sell for, to 500. So I could use the hammer on this. But I don't know if it's worth it. I honestly don't think it is. I don't even think I'm going to sell it. I think I'm just going to keep it for chapter 21X. The sleep, I have 2 sleeps. I can sell one of them, the full use one. I can keep the other one as a safeguard because I do think sleep is very powerful. Silence. Okay, this isn't worth the repair. So I'm just going to do this. 2 out of 3. That doesn't work. Okay. I thought by multiplying I might be able to get away with that. Okay, no problem then. I'll just lower the price that I know is going to be sold for. The restores. Great question. Great question. I have 2 restores, 8 uses each, one on Nime, one on Clarin. And I do think having 2 restores is very important for the rest of the game. Right? I'm going to need restores in chapter 22. I'm going to need restores in chapter 23. And most importantly, I kind of need 2, because if my restore user gets silence or whatever, I need the other one to restore him back. So I don't think I can afford to sell any of the restores. The rescue is too valuable to sell. The warp, well, I don't think I have to say it. Fortify, I thought for a moment maybe Yodel comes with a Fortify, but I checked his inventory before and he doesn't. Fortify I think is enemy only, so no Fortify to sell, unfortunately. I only have 2 physics, and I think I want to keep them both, so I'm not going to sell any of them. I have 1 recover, and I have so many mends with good magic units that I don't think the recover is necessary. I actually get another one on Yodel, so I'm going to mark that one as sold. Okay, so far so good. Menth. I definitely bought too many ments. At some point in the game I thought I was doing very, very well on money. I guess I wasn't thinking about this. And yeah. One on Clarin is good. All of them are on Hugh's inventory because they were occupying too many spaces. One will go on Lilina. I can have like 2 more to go back to, and even 1 for my other healer, but I can sell 2 of the mens. I think that's pretty normal. Yeah. The heal, well, selling the heal, it's just not worth it, I think. If someone keeps using the heal to, well, heal, then I think I can afford to sell 3 mans. Yeah. That's better. Eclipse. Eclipse is very valuable. I almost fell out of my chair when I saw the amount of money it can be sold for, and I used it up in a bit of a stupid way. Each of the uses of the Eclipse is worth 400. So I think this is a good candidate to be sold at full money after hammering. Okay, so this is my other hammer candidate. Nosferatu, I'm going to sell both of them. Yeah, that's even more money than the Eclipse. Is that number correct? It seems like very high. Let me check quickly. The Nosferatu does indeed sell for a lot of money. I have to keep the Flux for Nime to be able to still attack, because I'm going to sell all the other tomes. I don't have a Purge, I already sold my Divine, and Yodel comes with a Lightning, but it's not worth selling. That's good. The Bolting sells for a lot of money, but I think it's worth keeping. Lilina has saved me a lot of times by using this, so I'm going to keep it. Excaliburs, I have to sell Excaliburs. I went too far. Even if Lilina goes for a full inventory in this chapter, she will have to take 5. Then there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 to sell. I think I'm going to sell those 4. It's a good amount of money. I bought so many of them because I kind of expected to train Clarine's animal rank up to a usable point, but she's barely been able to reach D rank, and this is B. So no way to use her caliber on Clarine for the whole game, I'm pretty sure. Also the Hellfire. I guess the Hellfire can be a good backup option, but yeah, mostly selling Excalibur is better because they do more or less the same and Excalibur sells for a lot more. Yeah, just having 5 uses for the rest of the game, that's like 100 uses of Excalibur. If I'm not able to go through with that, I probably don't even need that many, but because Wyverns are so menacing, I'll keep them. Thunder, I need to keep both, and Fire I think is very valuable too. So that's that. Okay, now time for the bows. I think the longbow is very useful and not that valuable. I think the short bow is garbage. I think it's worse than the iron, and I think yeah, it's like 4 times the price of the iron. If I knew this, I would have kept the short bows or sold them much earlier. Yeah, at 19 it's like what? 760 or 40, 760. Yeah, believe me, I'm good at math. You can check it. I'm pretty sure it's 760. I'm going to sell this short bow. It's the one on Dayan. The brave bow is very valuable, but I don't want to sell it considering the wyverns are a big menace. Killer bows, I'm not doing that great on killer bows, so I don't want to sell any of the ones I have. Silver bows, more the same. Steel bows, I don't have any. Iron bows, I have actually plenty. I can sell 1. Even if I give 1 to Dayan and all that, yeah. A bit sad to sell, but yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, the halberd. The halberd is 405. At 18 uses, 4 uses should be around 90. What do I want to do? Like, do I want to sell the halberd for 90? I could hammer it, and I would actually be getting some, but I think getting one last use of hammer for a sacred weapon or something like that, not to gain money from it, is okay. So yeah, let me just sell this as it is, which should be around 90, and we are good. The sword river I'm not selling. The killer axe. The killer axe is very valuable. On Gonzalez it has been great, but 3 killer axes are more than enough to get you to the end of the game. And then one last one for other people. I can sell 2 of them. Sorry, no, none of that. So yeah, I went too high on killer axe buy-in. Hammer? Do I have a hammer even? Yes, I do. It would be 180. 180 for selling the hammer. 9 armors. There's not that many armors left. There's no armors in chapter 23. I know that for a fact. Nothing important. I have good mages. I can sell it. For 180 is a good deal. Hand axes. I don't have that many. Yeah, I'd rather keep them. They are very good and they don't sell for a lot. The brave axe, I could consider. I'd like Gonzalez to keep it, and I'd like Marcus to keep it. I'm not going to sell it. I don't think so. I will, however, sell one of the silver axes if I'm going to not sell the brave axe. About the steel axe, I only have one. Why is this 130? It's supposed to be 280, but okay. Yeah, it's 280. 23 out of 30 is like 3/4 of that, right? So 140, 190, 190 or so. Maybe a little bit less. Let's say 180. All right. Do I want to sell this for 180? Yeah, because it's not good. It's not good. I've used it for a while now, and I've realized it's not that good. About the iron axe, I do like having iron axes for Gonzalez, but selling one of them should be okay. For 135. Gunslance, unfortunately, that died with Thaney. Actually, but I have two of them, and I don't even use the first one. I'll sell one. I'll sell one. It's not... I think it can be good on Wendy, I just haven't found the moment yet. The Killer Lances, I'm not selling any. I have too many Lance users. Rider's Bane, I'm pretty sure this is order, so I must have ended my Rider's Bane. Javelins are valuable for what they are worth. I could sell like one or two, I guess. I mean, if Marcus really gets a lot of stats, he's going to start needing the Javelins a lot, so let's look into the future and let's say that for 200 it's not worth it. The Brave Lance, I'd rather not sell. It's very good on Marcus. The Silver Lance, if I'm going to get the Malte and I'm going to keep the Brave Lance, same reasoning, I can sell one. Steel Lance, we could sell one. It's not that good. I'm already struggling to burn the ones on Marcus and Wendy's inventory because sometimes it's not enough. It's a bit less than this, let's say 210 to be like generous. Yeah. And Iron Lance, I could actually sell one Iron Lance. Yeah, I think they are not that good. I can sell one. Okay, the Alsorth. Loads of uses, and I didn't use it that much. Only 5 uses out of it. So it's... well, it has to be for 50 then. Is it worth selling? I mean, you have to think about it. When with the amount of uses it has right now, it's like an iron sword, more or less. And it sells for a lot more. It's like selling 2 iron swords for the price of 1. Am I doing well in terms of iron swords? Yes, very well. Then I should always sell the Alsorth. The Worm Slayer, I might be too greedy, but I want to keep both, especially for this chapter. I don't have any Wodao left. I've been thinking about this for a while, okay? You can't see it here because it's on Roy's inventory, but I'm going to sell the Lance River. I don't think the Lance River is that good in this game. I think it's very good if you have a Swordmaster. Like Roother, like Fear, but I'm not using any of them. So, who really needs a Lance River, right? Dick doesn't need it because he can switch into Axes. And Tate doesn't need it because obviously she shouldn't be fighting a Lance normally. Lance enemies aren't the type of enemies that she fights, and Marcus can switch into Axes, so I think I always gain a bit by selling it. I'm not selling this, I'm selling the Rapier. 25 total uses, and I have that, so it would be sold for a total of 3/3, 600. Is the Rapier good? It can only be used by Roy. There's not that many armor, I said that. And there's not that many cavalry, that's like very, very clear. So yeah, I think I want to sell it. Not selling the Armor Slayer, Murdoch is in this map. The Lightbrand, probably, what, 300 to 90? To 90, let's say to 90 to be a bit pessimistic about money. Do I want to sell it? Do I not? It's good for feeding kills, not for anything else. What are you? Level 18. You're going to cap anyway, and after this you'll get the Binding Blade, and which is actually a very good weapon to hammer, by the way. I can't believe I mentioned the sacred weapons and didn't say literally the Binding Blade is a good idea. Yeah, the Lightbrand can be sold. You won't need it anymore. Silver Blade. I have one of those, right? Yeah, I have one of those. 900. It's very inaccurate. It's like 55 hit. It can probably be used very well by Dig, but if I need the damage, I can use the Durandal. Let's go. Silver Sword. I will leave both Silver Swords, I think. One for Dig, one for Marcus. Yeah. Steel Blade. No, I don't have that anymore, unfortunately. Steel Sword. Steel Sword. That's valuable, in my opinion. It's like... it's 70 hit. 70 hit though. It's only 70 hit. I can sell one. Yeah, I also have another one on Roy. I have to sell one. Iron Blade I don't have, unfortunately. And at the end, Iron Sword. Even if Sue and Dick and Tate keep using theirs, and Astol switches into another one, I can sell one. Okay. And now for the things that should give me the most money. So let's be positive about this. The sum is going to appear here. Let's hope it's higher than this. Okay, starting with the Delphi Shield. I'm not selling that. It's very important in chapter 23, in my opinion. The white gem. I wish, brother. I wish I had a white gem, but no. I do have a blue gem and a red gem. I can sell the silver card when I'm done, because next shop is in chapter 23. No problem. I can sell the member card. It will be useless. I can sell 2 promo items, actually. The Gaiden Ring. I don't have any other. Yeah, the Gaiden Ring and the Night Crest you get in this same chapter. If I visit the house, get the Night Crest, then I can sell it with Merlinus. And that will be an extra 5k. The Lockpick, 21 uses should be enough to get me to the end, so... I mean, it's true that I'm going to open some chests in the next chapter too. But even if I open, because I think it's 6 chests, I have 15 uses left. That's enough for the rest of the game. I can sell the full lockpick. I can sell the chest keys then, yes. I could also steal one from a thief in chapter 22 if needed. I don't have a door key. I don't seem to have a torch either. I don't seem to have a pure water, unfortunately, but I do have an antitoxin that is worthless. And finally, I can sell some elixirs. You can get a lot of elixirs in the next chapter by stealing them from the mannequins and by opening the chest. You should always get 6 of them. So yeah, I can sell the 2 full elixirs, I guess. Finally, the vulnerary on Roy is the only vulnerary I have. I think I want to keep that one. Let's see the result. Oof, that's lower than I wanted. Okay, I can probably do something about it now. Okay, selling everything to be able to reach this number is obviously not going to be possible, so I'm going to have to now compromise on some of Marcus's stats. For example, I could lose 1 point of strength here, just be at 24 strength and we should be fine. If I don't want to touch the formula, I'm going to have to raise the current, like act as if the current is a bit higher. First of all, luck is absurd. There's no need to get 30 luck. I don't need the luck. So if I don't get, like if I am good on luck, how much do I get here? 6 inventory spaces, a lot less money to obtain, like a lot less, honestly, like 20k less, so yeah, that's worth it. The skill, more or less the same. I think I'm doing very well in terms of skill, and he still has a level to go. He might level a skill. I don't think I want this either. Skill and luck are my least valuable things to get. Okay, 74, now we are getting there, I do want to cap speed and strength if possible. But I think capping defense and resistance is unnecessary, because he already has 60 HP. He's doing very well in that regard. So we could go for a bit less than the maximum. We can go for 21. 21 is pretty good, right? Like 21 on defense and resistance, meaning I have to give you 4. It's like 2 stat boosters less on defense, 2 less on resistance. That's 58. And I can give you 1 less of boots because you can reach 14. I'm just losing 1 movement. And 14 to 15, it shouldn't matter. Okay, 54. 54. I can lose a bit more movement. Don't really want to. I don't want to lose more defenses. I think going over 20 is important. I think the speed is important. I could lose on strength and get down to 50. Or I could... Is there anything that I didn't sell and I could consider? 2 hammer uses, I think that's okay. I want to keep the last hammer use, just in case. For the binding blade, all that. I'm not selling the warp, I'm not selling the restores. No matter what happens. There has to be something I can sell here. Cannon Brave Lance, no, not the Brave Lance, not the Brave Axe. It's only it's only 1,000. I would need to sell like 2 of those things. And then I'm like the Delphi Shield would get me there, but I really don't want to do that. Item, blue gem, silver, promo item. I can sell 1 more promo item. I can get the Nightcrest on Murdoch. I can get the Nightcrest on Murdoch. You can steal a Nightcrest from Murdoch's inventory. So I could get an extra amount of money there. I'm going to wait a little bit. Like, I might not be able to get it, right? Because Murdoch is at the other edge of the map, and by the time I do that, it's going to be a bit difficult to get that Nightcrest to the shop, sell it, and buy. But I'll try and do that. If I'm not able to, I'll probably cut down on strength. Because in terms of optimizing, I would be just losing 1 strength, right? Instead of going up to 25, I go up to 24. Marcus could also get a level, I guess, and then maybe he gets a strength, and I say, oh, you know what? He doesn't look like he needs a strength anymore. Isn't there... Let me check in my mobile phone. Isn't there a stat booster in the next chapter? There's a Hero Crest to steal. There is a Draco Shield. And there's a Sword River. I could consider cutting down on this. Cutting down on 1 more defense. Okay, let me tell you what we'll do. I'm not cutting down on the energy drop, I'm getting to 25 strength and 25 speed always, because I think the offensive stats are the most important. And if I'm not able to sell the Murdoch Nightcrest, I will not Like I will get one less Draco Shield, I will get only 3. And that way we should be able to get like a good stat line anyway, because he gets up to 19 and then I can give him 1. We're talking about small differences, because at the end of the day with 60 health, he should be able to tank anything, but just to optimize, I think this is the best thing to do. I think this is the best. So I just need to have 79 spaces open on my inventory. Okay. No, 21 spaces open, meaning I can move around my stuff as long as I leave 79 things that I want to sell. Probably should try and move things around so that everything that is in the inventory is this list, like this shopping list reversed of stuff for Merlins to pull out and sell immediately. Yeah, I think that would be cool. So obviously I'll spare you that. That's just going to be moving stuff around. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you understand the reasoning behind all this. This is going to be the final stat line for Marcus should be 25-21, 25-19, and 21-21 and 14 on movement. If everything goes okay, and if he doesn't get any stat for his last level, because he's still level 19. So he has one last chance to get, you know, some stats. I'm not going to give him Constitution, just mentioning it. I gave him 1 body ring, and that already took down his save to a bit of a low point where sometimes I want him to rescue someone and he doesn't. He was unable to rescue. He would have been able, sorry, to rescue Dick if I didn't give him the body ring. But aside from that, most of my units are either very heavy, like Gonzalez and Dick, or very light, like Sue, Lilina. So I think we should be okay, and I don't think he gains a lot by getting the body ring. He already compensates the weight pretty well. Yeah, that's going to be the final form of Marcus, coming to you this Saturday, hopefully. So yeah, as I said, weird video, but I thought this should be included in the series. I'm going to also add it to the playlist, and I'll release it on Thursday if everything goes as planned. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.